Or her phony landing in Bosnia, where she said she was under attack, and the attack turned out to be young girls handing her flowers. A total and look, this was one of the beauts. A total and self-serving lie. I've always had a talent for building businesses and, importantly, for creating jobs. That's a talent our country desperately needs. I'm running for president to end the unfairness and to put you, the American worker, first. It's about time.
A businessman who tries and fails is always better than a career politician.
If I'm elected president, I will end the special interest monopoly in Washington, D.C. Very important.
You gotta have balls to do that.
The other candidate in this race has spent her entire life making money for special interests, and I will tell you, she's made plenty of money for them, and she's been taking plenty of money out for herself. Hillary Clinton has perfected the politics of personal profit and even theft. She ran the State Department like her own personal hedge fund, doing favors for oppressive regimes, and many others, and really many, many others, in exchange for cash, pure and simple, folks.
Crooked Hillary, bro.
Then when she left, she made $21.6 million giving speeches to Wall Street banks and other special interests, and in less than 2 years, secret speeches that she does not want to reveal under any circumstances to the public. I wonder why. Together, she and Bill made $153 million giving speeches to lobbyists, CEOs, and foreign governments in the years since 2001. They totally own her, and that will never, ever change, including if she ever became president. God help us.
Hillary Clinton, the liberal who cares about the poor, doing speeches for Wall Street.
Those are the stakes. Hillary Clinton wants to be president, but she doesn't have the temperament or, as Bernie Sanders said very strongly, the judgment to be president. She does not have the judgment. She believes...
The reason he mentions Bernie is because it doesn't require Trump to be called a sexist, because Bernie said it for attacking a woman. Just quote Bernie Sanders and that little weak boy takes the blame. I believe that's why Trump does that, so he can't be called, sexist for criticizing a woman.
I know it's all about you. I know it's all about making America great again for all Americans, all Americans. Our country lost its way when it stopped putting the American people really first. We have to go back to putting our American people first. We got here because we switched from a policy of Americanism, focusing on what's good for America's middle class,
to globalism.
A policy of globalism, focusing on how to make money for large corporations who can move their wealth and workers to foreign countries, all to the detriment of the American worker and the American economy itself.
How can this guy not be real?
Companies for offshoring, and we punish companies for doing business in America and keeping our workers employed. They get punished. This is not a rising tide that lifts all boats. This is a wave of globalism that wipes out our middle class and our jobs along with it. We need reform, and we have to reform our economic system so that once again we can all succeed together and America can become rich again. We have to make America rich again.
Goosebumps, bro. Goosebumps when he talks about globalism.
The book Clinton Cash by Peter Schweizer documents how Bill and Hillary used the State Department to enrich their family and at America's expense. She gets rich, making you poor.
By the way, guys, this is the book that Donald Trump just mentioned and the one that he's about to quote in his speech. It's called Clinton Cash, The Untold Story of How and Why Foreign Governments and Businesses Help Make Bill and Hillary Rich. I'll put the link to this book below so you can get it. It's the one that Trump just quoted. I guess he read the book himself. It must be a big deal, so I'll put the link to it below.
Here is a quote from the book. At the center of U.S. policy toward China was Hillary Clinton. At this critical time for U.S.-China relations, Bill Clinton gave her a number of speeches that were underwritten by the Chinese government and its supporters. These funds were paid to the Clintons' bank account directly while Hillary was negotiating with China on behalf of the United States. Tell me, folks, does that work? I want trade deals, but they have to be great for the United States and for our workers.
Who could disagree with that? Suicidal Bernie Sanders supporters, that's who.
Ambassador Stevens and his staff in Libya made hundreds and hundreds of requests for security. They were desperate. They needed help. Hillary Clinton's State Department refused them all. She started the war that put them in Libya, denied him the security he asked for, then left him there to die.
That's some savage shit right there.
Hillary Clinton wants to bring in people who believe women should be enslaved and gays put to death. Maybe her motivation lies among the more than 1,000 foreign donations Hillary failed to disclose while at the State Department. Hillary Clinton may be the most corrupt person ever to seek the presidency of the United States.
Well, yeah, she's a feminist. Of course she's corrupt. Corruption and feminism go hand in fucking hand. Taking Saudi money. Mrs. Pro-Woman Empowerment taking Saudi money, one of the most oppressive anti-woman countries on earth. Give me a break. That tells you the extent of the feminist fraud. Trump. It's not about Trump. He's just a messenger. He's just a messenger, not a god.
Here's some of really what we learned from the book, in addition to what we've already discussed.
Again, guys, the book that Donald Trump is referring to, Clinton Cash, I'll put the link to that book in the description below.
A foreign telecom giant faced possible State Department sanctions for providing technology to Iran and other oppressive regimes. Hillary Clinton accepted $58,000 in jewelry from the government of Brunei when she was Secretary of State, plus millions more for her foundation. The Sultan of Brunei has pushed oppressive Sharia law, including the punishment by death and stoning if you happen to be gay. The government of Brunei also stands to be one of the biggest beneficiaries of Hillary's Trans-Pacific Partnership. To cover up her corrupt dealings, Hillary illegally stashed her State Department emails on a private server. She's under investigation, but it seems like nothing's going to happen, even though other people who have done similar things, but at a much lower level, their lives have been destroyed. It's a rigged system, folks. It's a rigged system.
This guy's a hero, man.
Was easily hacked by foreign governments.
I mean, this guy's a hero.
Even by her financial backers in communist China.
Goosebumps, again.
Sure they have it. We can't hand over our government to someone whose deepest, darkest secrets may be in the hands of our enemies. You can't do it.
Fucking savage, dude. Fucking savage, man. Holy shit. Alright, guys, so I'm gonna cut his speech off short because I have a feeling that that's pretty much the gist of it. So that, pretty savage stuff. I mean, pointing out the corruption at the highest level of the establishment. And basically revealing that Hillary Clinton is the spearhead of the establishment. The representative of the establishment. Which is funny because she claims to be pro-woman and she's the feminist who cares about women and she's the liberal who cares about the poor. But it shows you how much of a fraud feminism is. When the top feminist candidate is the biggest, most corrupt fraud who takes millions of dollars from countries that oppress women, literally. Where the true evil patriarchy exists. Wow. So again, guys, links to the book Clinton Cash, which Donald Trump referenced, in the description below as well. Donald Trump, finally someone with balls. I think he proven to have some balls here today. Link to this shirt in the description below as well. Take care.